Yes, indeed. Welcome to the show. Thanks for watching Lancaster Connects, the show about the battle on Main Street, big versus small, David versus Goliath. We are happy to bring you the very best of what makes Lancaster so great. And we love having you here. We've already got some people that were commenting. We love that.
Not even live, and they're chatting away.
I guess that kind of means we're kind of a big deal. What's up, Paul?
Yep.
So commenting is how you get entered to win our prize. We do prizes here on the show. What do we got this week?
$25 restaurant gift card to a local Lancaster restaurant.
That's right.
We've got a bunch of them. It's not just one restaurant.
Yeah, you get to pick. You get to pick your there's a bevy of gift cards in the bowl of gift cards.
Yeah. I was going to say it was a bowl of gift cards, but yeah, you said a bevy in a bowl. So yes. I guess,
yep.
You have a bevy in a bowl.
So comment, love the show, right? Don't just hit the like. Likes are for not losers. No one's a loser. Sorry. But
we just lost half our audience.
Love the show. That's certainly, just as a little thing you can do for anybody that's got a business page or needs some love from the Facebook algorithms or any algorithm for that fact. Doing the love button and the commenting always helps a little bit more. So just move that mouse over, just one thing over. That's it.
From the thumbs up to the to the love button.
Yes. Right. So you win that gift card Ben told you about by commenting. Smash that love button. That's right. And if you happen to win, when our wonderful producer, Chris Stone from Cast Ahead Productions, who is a rock star producer of podcasts, when he hits the prizelator at the end, you get in to the prizelator by commenting.
I think that's the section of the show where Chris needs to join the show from the back end.
That would be good.
He presses the prizelator.
I'd be perfectly
on
fine
screen.
With that. Maybe Chris isn't ready today.
I don't know. But I think that's a perfect opportunity for. He exists.
Yeah,
he exists.
He does. Yeah, he's not just like somebody we're talking about as though it's just it's this person. He's a real person. He's a very real person.
He's a very real person.
So you were saying that you found. Well, I don't want to. Are you sure you want to talk about this?
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Let's say why
reveal some big secrets here. Remember I had a secret like 2 months ago?
That's right, Ben's secret.
So I did some holiday shopping, some Christmas shopping over the weekend, and I kind of found, one-stop shop is not necessarily true because I did shop multiple
Ben's
places.
Secret segment.
Up in Lititz, there's a place called Artisan Mill. I think it's been around for a couple years. It's all under one roof, 3 floors, but inside are all local artisans, craftsmen. So like think jewelry, candles, soaps.
So it's a maker's market.
Maker's market under one roof. Again, 3 floors, all kinds of cool stuff. All stuff that my wife appreciates, right? Because she likes. Could
also be said Etsy in person.
That would be perfect. This is Artisan Mill is definitely.
I told you folks, the battle on Main Street, right?
And it's one checkout. So you shop all. I mean, there's probably 30, 40, 50. I don't know. Craftsmen, artisans, boutique shops in there, and it's all one checkout. So you just shop, fill your cart, and then check out one time. So you don't have to check out here and check out there.
Right,
and nobody's necessarily manning the booths or anything like that. It's like all of their stuff is there. So actually, we had Jen from Gifts That Give Hope on the show last week, and I mentioned her beeswax company, Chestnut Ridge Honey. She's got a little stand there. So nice. My wife appreciates all of the, she appreciates local gifts and handmade gifts. And this place is perfect. So holiday shopping at Artisan Mill is a good thing if you're a dude like me who sometimes struggles to find the right gift for their wife. Artisan Mill is a great place. I also did some shopping downtown in Lititz because it's, Artisan Mill, just a short little mile or half a mile drive from downtown Lititz. Of course, there's a record shop in Lititz. I did make a stop there, did some holiday shopping at the record store. At least that's
holiday shopping
that's
for
what
yourself.
I told myself. Well, yeah, and others. There we go, Justin. Justin was on the show for Justin from Men of Iron. He was on the show about a month ago. Justin is messaging from Cancun.
We're international.
We are international. We've got our first international commenter. Thanks, Justin. Thanks for watching. But anyway, did a lot of local shopping. I think this year more than ever, maybe before, at least in the age of buying stuff online, out Amazoning Amazon, there were a ton of people shopping downtown Linnets, and Artisan Mill was packed. And that's good to see, people shopping and spending money locally. And I think more than ever this year, like with shipping delays and stuff not in stock and who knows what, like if you haven't gotten your gifts now, you're not getting them online, right? I mean, it's we're coming against it like
Maybe
a week and a half. So
Maybe
shop
not.
local. Artisan Mills, great place to shop.
That's right. So, well, there you go.
Yep.
We just did like a lot of free promotion for Artisan Mill. That's all right.
Yeah.
That's what Lancaster Connects is about. Bringing the best out of Lancaster.
That's right. What'd you do this weekend?
So while he was shopping, I was in the woods. I did something I haven't done for years and years. I swore I would never do it again. I took my sons deer hunting for the first time, which is like pretty much Pennsylvania tradition.
Yep.
You get 2 or 3 weekends a year, depending on how the calendar falls. And this year we got 3, but we went for the first time on the last day because it's just how it fit in the schedule.
Oh, Saturday was the last day.
Saturday was the last day. Yep. Unless you want to be a poacher, but I'm not advocating that. Follow the rules, folks. But yeah, we went out. It was fun. My first foray into deer hunting was years ago when I used to go geese and duck hunting with my friends, which I really liked. And because I was in the fall and it was warmer and it just was easier. And there we are. And so like 25 years ago, I went out, froze my butt off, bought all the gear and said, I'm never doing this again.
I was wondering why you said never again.
Yeah, this year was a little different. Had my boys with me, so we enjoyed it.
That's awesome.
We didn't see anything. We didn't even see a squirrel, but we got some father and son time, and we had some good talking. And about 4 miles of hiking.
That's awesome.
Round trip, up and down about 300 feet of elevation in that 4 miles. So it was quite the traverse for the old dad.
It looked foggy. Was it like foggy all morning?
Yeah, it was foggy, cold, rainy.
Yep.
But yeah, a good time was had by all.
That's right. So a bad weather day in the woods is a good day. It's still a good day. Is that how it goes? No,
that's a terrible thing. I mean, if it's freezing and it's like 0, it's freezing at 0.
Okay, yeah. But we time with the boys and time away from busyness.
You can still enjoy the time with your family and hate the weather. Like it's perfectly okay. The two can exist.
I got you.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Oh, cool. Glad you got that time away.
Yeah, it was fun. And this duo is going to be back in the store on Saturday together.
That's right. For old time's sake. Should we mention where our team members are?
If you want.
They're
Turks and Caicos.
In the ocean.
They're in Turks and Caicos.
Underneath a palm tree.
Come work at Gardeners. You get to go to Turks and Caicos.
That's right.
Where else did they go? Have they gone?
Drew went to the Maldives last year.
That's what quarter traversed the globe 3 times and got there.
You're there. Right. Yep. He's sending us photos. I don't think we'll let him go on vacation again. Sorry, Drew.
Meanwhile, my time is walking into the woods cold.
Yep.
Anyhow.
Yeah. Good for them, though.
Yes, we're happy. We're happy that they get that time off and that they can go. So if you like what we're throwing down here on Lancaster Connects, you can watch it here where you're watching it. That might be on Facebook. That might be on YouTube. It might be on my channel. It might be on Ben's channel, Facebook. It might be on the Gardeners version of those channels. It might be, I agree, Jackie. We should
make a Gardeners trip. Can you imagine?
Turks and Caicos trip. Yep. I like that. But you might be watching any one of those channels. We're kind of everywhere, and we're international. And yeah, I agree. Take this show on the road. So we love it when you listen, and you can catch this as a podcast. Just search Lancaster Connects in your favorite podcast player, and you'll find us there.
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
We doing some community announcements?
Well, if you want.
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
it's next on the.
It's next on the thing.
Next on the list. You're looking for some good lights, so we've mentioned the what do they call it? The Christmas
Spirit Light Show.
So that's cool. Drive through Clipper Magazine Stadium. They always have fun holiday themed events there. My family, Friday night, I think we went out. The Conestoga Valley Middle School program, technology education program. So this is the middle school and actually high school students put together a light show. And you drive your car up. It's a donation thing. So it's just give them whatever you want to give them on the way out. But you pull up, they do shows.
I like how you have to explain what a donation is to our viewers.
Yes. Just
with your hands,
just in case you didn't know. So you pull up every half an hour. They do a 20, 25-minute show. It's 6 songs. So these kids, they have a light display in the parking lot. You sit there in your car and watch them. They've got the music, 6 songs. They've got it set up the lights. Lights do the thing with the music. All programmed by students, put on by students. There are students like running, the traffic control and stuff like that and collecting the donation. So really cool thing out off of Route 30 out there.
In the Conestoga
Valley area
of Route 30.
School complex. Yeah, but really cool thing. So if you're looking for a holiday light show, that would be a good one to support.
Very good. And we've got this is the last week for Toys for Tots. So wonderful charity. Many businesses locally participate in that. I believe we discovered last week it was the 18th, which would make perfect sense. That's the Saturday. That's this coming Saturday when Ben and I will be here in the store. So we're not a Toys for Tots drop-off. Maybe we should be next year. But there's a fine list here right on your screen. We've got the link on your screen so you can reference it later. If you're out there shopping and you feel so inclined to grab an extra toy or 2 or more, grab them and put it in the collection bins. And the Marines will do a fine job, as Marines do, of getting the toys to the tots. So that ends the 18th. The list of drop-off sites is there on the screen.
We've got a guest today.
We did good. I guess we did good. That was a good time. We do have our guest. Well, we always have a guest. Hi, Lena. Welcome back.
Hi there. How are you? Thank you.
So Lena was on episode 1 of Lancaster Connects.
I sure am.
Yeah, and we are back because what Lena does with Off the Streets, helping people get out of homeless situations and into a home and have a secure roof over their head, is just wonderful work. And we felt it was worthy, especially this time of year as it gets colder, to highlight, not that there's not a need for housing year round, but certainly a little bit more of a focus maybe this time of year. Felt it was good to bring you back on.
Oh, well, I'm delighted to be back on. So I want to backtrack on something you just said as you introduced me, though, that I'm here representing over 50 volunteers. That number changes from time to time as community volunteers from businesses like yours come to join us, and over 300 supporters who support us with time, with money, and donations of furnishings. So I'm here as one person, but I represent many. And I just want to make sure the community realizes that, because this is truly a village effort, of all of us coming together to do something to help our local community.
Yeah. Well, that's great. And thank you for that graciousness. You're my favorite volunteer.
Great job.
So, Lena, you handle some of the outreach efforts there at Off the Streets. I'm sure there's maybe some others that do the same, but you're here with us today as part of the outreach effort. So we're going to bring you back on here in a couple minutes after we pay some bills. But for those that want to jump in, you can go to lancaster.offthestreetsnow.com and check out what they've got while we pay the bills. Lena will be back with you momentarily.
Very good. I'll be waiting.
All right. So again, we do the prizes on the show. Comment. We've had a couple comments. You've seen those come in. For our podcast listeners, this is a reason for you to watch the show live. You can place your comment and be entered to win $25 gift card, local restaurant.
$25.
That's right. That's right. Oh my goodness. You need to go.
You didn't do your homework.
I didn't. Are you prepared?
I'm prepared.
Okay, go. I'm not prepared. Shame on me.
I'm a good student. I do the review portion of the paying the bills. We had a customer drive from my hometown of Boyertown. Shout out Boyertown. Shout out mom and dad. Watching from Boyertown. Go Bears. Greg from Boyertown was interested in an organic mattress, a natural mattress made without chemicals and foams. So he and his wife visited Gardner's to get educated on buying an organic mattress. They were extremely professional, knowledgeable, and able to assist us in choosing the very best mattress for us. We were very pleased with our experience and would recommend them to anyone looking for a new mattress. So we carry mattresses of all kinds here. Number beds, adjustable beds, two-sided flippable beds. But one of the things we are really well known for is our selection of natural mattresses. So mattresses, again, made without foams, polyurethane foams, and chemicals. We have likely the largest selection of those products within a couple state region, maybe a few state region.
I would say so.
Probably 75 or 100 miles.
Well, and I can say that because I used to sell things to stores, and that's how I got to know you. And so I know the stores. I know
Chris making it happen in the background. So there's the natural mattresses page that we have there. We have a handful of brands. These are brands you may not have ever heard of before because they only specialize in making this type of mattress. So foam rubber latex made from the sap of a rubber tree. We have other mattresses with materials like wool and cotton. Some have organic certifications behind those materials. So we frequently get people traveling. You know, Boyertown's about an hour away. We get folks from Harrisburg and beyond, Baltimore, Philadelphia area, really all over, driving to Gardner's to shop for natural products.
So I'm gonna belabor the point just a little bit, but add a little bit of color commentary to your testimonial for Mr. and Mrs. Levengood. So I actually helped deliver their mattress with my son, Ethan, because, kudos to our state troopers. They keep the roads safe and keep us safe, but they can be a little consternating at times with their DOT departmental duties and oversights. Mm-hmm. And so we had a little I that wasn't dotted one day on our delivery truck, and it got pulled over. And, so the Gardner's team sprang into action, and I went and unloaded the Levengoods mattress into my truck with my kid. Mm-hmm. And we went and delivered the mattress to Boyertown. So I've been there in Boyertown.
It's a wonderful place.
It is. Yeah, wonderful place.
Thanks for being the Chris Collinsworth to my Joe Buck.
Sure. I don't like you. I mean, I think
I don't know if they're actually the team there.
As an Eagles fan,
Aikman did my Joe Buck.
You just did worse.
I know.
As an Eagles fan, you called me the Cowboys guy twice.
Hey,
terrible.
That's what I'm here for.
Just terrible. Anyway, sleep better tip. We'll get into it because we don't want to turn everybody off. So from page 49 of our Sleep Better book, we just had a whole truckload of them come in with updates to them. But on this current version, so we always look to understand how what we offer fits your need. And sometimes if you just have a better understanding of where you're struggling with your sleep needs, you can improve it. So I'm just going to read the things that we challenge you to think about sleeping, and then you can request the book by going to gardnersmattressandmore.com/sleep-better, and you can take the quiz yourself. But the first question, simply ask how you've been sleeping. Do you get the necessary 6 to up to 9 hours at night? Are you following a routine? Do you watch TV or just go to sleep? Are you on your computer or cell phone before going to sleep? You check your phone in the middle of the night. Do you eat before going to sleep? Does the person I sleep with snore or toss and turn? Do I need to make my bedroom more conducive to sleep? Do I need blackout curtains? Is it time to consider a new mattress? Do you need help choosing that mattress? So 12 pointed questions. You can take the test and see what your score is. And you'll do that when you go to gardnersmattressandmore.com/sleep-better. We'll mail you a free copy of the book right here, mail you a fresh copy out. And then you can check that out, take some of the tips, put it in your sleep routine, and wake up happy.
Paul's a Chiefs
Paul,
fan.
I concur. I like the Chiefs. They're fun to watch, and they got Big Red as their coach, who I actually got to sit with on an airplane years ago.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's cool.
Out to Las Vegas, and it was fun was had by all. It was actually the week before Super Bowl in 2004 when they were out of the Super Bowl. So it's kind of sad that Big Red was across the aisle.
Gotcha.
Because he wasn't going to play in the game. So anyway,
cool story.
That's that. Go Chiefs. I agree. Let's bring Lena back on. Lena, are you a Chiefs fan?
I'm not a football fan. I'm for any team that you guys are for.
All right. There we go.
I don't understand the game.
So let's kick it off here. So share with us the how and why of how and why Off the Streets began.
That's a really easy question because all of us know that homelessness is an issue, right? So it's one that is so huge that it can be paralyzing. You don't know where to start. And so I give really great credit to Deacon Mike Oles and to Off the Streets because what they do is help one person at a time. So they're just zeroing in on helping one person, one family at a time. And that's why they're so successful, because you're not trying to solve the whole puzzle. And if you take a look at our logo, you see that it's made up of pieces of a puzzle. And it's what I said in the beginning, that it's a combination, it's a village of people who give time, who give money, and who give furnishings. And it also represents the many facets of our community trying to help those who are experiencing homelessness. And Lancaster is blessed with so many great agencies and supporters like the Lancaster County Community Foundation. We just came through that extra give, and you saw that we raised over $14 million. I mean,
that's really incredible.
That's incredible. And then, just to have that support and that vehicle that allows nonprofits to benefit from the charitable donations of many who don't know where to start. You may want to help, but you don't know what to do. And then there's Tenfold. That's a combination of LHOP, the old LHOP, and Tabor. They came together. CAP does a great job. There's just so many wonderful people and agencies trying to help this. But Off the Streets in 2013 started a chapter here of something that had been started back in Connecticut in 2010. And in 2013, a group came together and said, we can do this here as well. And so gathered some volunteers, had some fundraisers and got some donations to help pay security deposits. And the whole idea was help people, give people a hand up, not a handout, but a hand up so they can pay a security deposit and get off the streets or out of a shelter and into a place of their own. And then we realized, well, they need furniture, right? To make this a home, you need furniture. And so we supply gently used or sometimes new furniture, everything from beds to desks, microwave tables, and then we supply beddings and everything to cleaning supplies and the dishes you eat on, silverware. So it's everything you need to make your home cozy and comfortable, as one of our clients told us. We love that word cozy when she uses it. But so what we're doing there is not just taking people off the streets and putting them in and helping them into homes, but we're also helping to dignify them, right? So sleeping in an empty house on the floor, where we often find people before, when we move the furniture in. So every Saturday we move 2 families. A group of people come together, and that can be a business. coming together and providing 7 volunteers for us to move a family, or it can be just 4. I mean, it's whatever, and you can come once, or you can come always. It's really an opportunity on Saturdays for people to come together and physically help us. So what I would say to anybody listening out there, if you are an individual or a business and you would like to help on a Saturday, it's from 9 to 11 basically, and it's we work from Burl Industries Business Park on New Holland, and again, it's from 9 to 11. You can come and help once, or you can come and help many times, and we find that once you've done a move, you're going to want to come back. So a very easy way to do it, and you can contact otsvolunteers@gmail.com if you're interested in volunteering. You'll get a welcome letter and all the know-how on how to do it. There's a place for everybody at Off the Streets.
Lena, how big of a problem is homelessness in Lancaster?
Well, it's a problem, as it is everywhere, and it's one that the pandemic, unfortunately, hasn't helped. So there are 422 individuals who we've counted as experiencing homelessness in Lancaster. And it's not just city. This is countywide. We have found that 80 to 84% of those we help are women and children. So they're coming from, domestic violence. Tenfold does a lot of referral, because all of the folks we move must come from a referral from a local social agency. That way we know that they're screened and that they're able to continue to pay a rent. Okay,
Right.
So we know that it's good stewardship, that we're spending the donation monies wisely, and that it will help somebody more concretely. So, and over half of those that we help are children. So think about that. So
Yep.
I have a statistic here that might help, but it's unfortunate. In 2020, there were over 2,200 students in the county who were counted as homeless.
2,200.
2,200. That's
Yeah,
3%. 3% of the student population that were experiencing homelessness. Now, we might not see that. We might see it as a city problem, right? But it is not. It is in Manheim Township School District. It's in Hempfield School District, Elizabethtown. It's everywhere. And so it's a countywide problem.
Yeah. So, I mean, not to depress or upset our listeners and watchers, but as you're thinking of how hard your day is, likely you're more blessed than others, and maybe consider what you have as good and how you might give back. And again, it doesn't need to be money. It can be time, and you can go to email OTS, that stands for Off the Streets, otsvolunteers@gmail.com, and you can help out on a Saturday morning. And I guarantee you, when you give into this world, the world does give back. So if you have some rooms in your house that don't have all the furniture in, as Lena said, it's not very dignified to live in a home with nothing. But if you are blessed to have a stable roof over your head, have a bed to sleep in, a living room to sit in, but don't quite have everything you want, maybe do give in to get back, right? And I firmly believe that. That's why we do this show, to support the community that supports us. And we have great folks like Lena join us.
By the time these folks get to us, they have been through so many forms, have had to fill out so many forms, to talk to so many people, right, to qualify for help. And so when they come to us, we know that the social worker who has referred them has all the information about this family or this individual. So we don't ask again. There's no need to ask again. And obviously, it's something that is very much appreciated. And And the other thing that I would want to say is that while we care a lot, we help everybody, regardless of religion, of nationality. It just doesn't matter. If you are homeless and you have the ability to pay rent, and a social service says that you are ready and refers you, we will help you. There is no further screening to help. And Jeff, you said it so well. I think that's why we have volunteers who have been with us for 13 years. It's because once you help and you experience that feeling of actually doing something concrete in 2 hours to make somebody's life better, you're going to come back, and people do come back repeatedly. And nowhere, I think both of you probably can say that you have experienced the same. But during the pandemic, I mean, didn't you say to yourself so many times how lucky you are? How lucky were we to have a home, to have a backyard that you could walk out to when we were locked in? Those early months when we didn't know what was happening, imagine being homeless.
Yeah.
Wow. Where there aren't enough beds and there were no places to go during the day but outside. Now there is a day shelter.
Yeah.
And so there's so many good things that came out of COVID as a result.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think something else that, anybody watching needs to understand or maybe appreciate is that for a lot of folks, the hardest part of any journey in life is the start. If you're going to start a business, it's starting it. It's, if you're going to find somebody to do life with in a marriage or partnership, it's finding that right person, right? In this case, how you help is, we all know the cost of housing has gone up, taxes go up. So everything is up right now, especially now. But securing that rent and that first month's rent and that security deposit, it is the hardest part for some people, right? Like it is the single hardest part. It's not that they can, they can afford the monthly rent, but they just need that little kick, that little jump start to get rolling. And so again, I mean, if you're listening and you can help, whether that's to donate money, donate items, or donate time, it's just so appreciated. And you saw an example of one of the families. Talk us through some other examples of. I know for confidentiality reasons you can't really show other pictures, maybe other than Jessica. Was it Jessica there on the video? That was
Jessica. Yeah, Jessica.
So obviously she gave permission, but share some other success stories if you don't mind.
Yeah. Well, first I want to say that we help with no expectation of anything. The furniture that we get, and if there are any volunteers watching, I mean, they certainly could affirm what I'm going to say. People do not give us junk. We won't accept junk. Yeah, either, because again, we want to dignify the person that we're helping. But you should see what people donate. So we have we have friends who listen online and on Facebook and hear what our needs are and respond with brand new sheets, brand new towels. We have a volunteer that supplies all our new pillows. So here in this picture, this is a really great example. This is a young single man. Everything you see in this picture was donated. And it's beautiful, right? I mean, and that quilt like you home. See, the quilt, right? And the quilt you see on the chair, that's one of so many quilts that were made by the Red Rose Guild for Off the Streets to give to our recipients. And when we go on a move, we may actually make the beds because we're not just giving something, we're doing something. A lot of these folks haven't had anybody to do something for them, and so we make their bed. Cribs. We have we call it the Mary's Fund, where we get funds to buy brand new cribs and brand new bed rails and brand new bunk beds. so that the things that we give, we know are safe and we have all the parts for. So we do this no matter if it's rain or shine, as you can see in this snow-covered picture. Jeff?
Yeah, Lena, if some of our listeners and watchers have items that they'd like to donate, what is the best way for them to get those items to you?
Okay, the best way is first to call and leave a message at 717-723-8084. So call, leave a message, and then somebody will call you back. Most likely, in terms of donations, it's going to be Pat Laughlin, who is very thoughtful and very good at what he does. And he will call you and let you know whether we can use your item or not, because it's feast or famine. Either we have many, many mattresses, or like right now, we're down to 10 twin mattresses. So we go through things fairly quickly, but we never know, because from week to week, we do not know who the person is that we will be helping. So,
and if somebody has something that you can use and pass along, will you go pick it up from them, or do you have a
yes.
drop-off location?
Yes. So the process is that they call this number, and then they will, somebody will call them back. And again, we're all volunteers, and so it might take a day or two to get back. And then they'll make arrangements if the items are things that we need and that they are in good condition, and with no stains or tears, no excessive wear. Then they'll make arrangements to come and pick them up. If it's smaller items, then they can bring them to the warehouse. Usually somebody is there between 9:30 and 11 at our warehouse. And again, they just call the number or go on Facebook and leave a message, and somebody will get back to them to make arrangements. It's very easy to do. And if you go on Facebook, we can also tell you where to go, where there is a bin where you can put some things. But that's a very limited thing, so we just do that off Facebook.
Lena, do you take like small kitchen appliances, like crock pots
yes.
and things like that?
Oh, we value them. Yes.
Okay.
Everybody wants a good cup of coffee, right? So a coffee maker, and we really do appreciate if you would attach some filters to that, just to get them started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing like looking at a coffee maker you can't use.
Toasters, crock pots, coffee makers, hand mixers, all of those things that make life easier for us also makes life easier for those experiencing homelessness. Remember that homelessness can happen to anyone, right? To anyone. And so many of those that we help have had nice homes before, have known what it is to have a crock pot, and make that meal. And so many of our moms are working. So a crock pot is a real help. But yes, and microwaves too. We do ask that everything be very clean and be ready to give out, and that'll work. Right.
Yeah, because you want your donor hours of time to be focused on the actual move and setting things up, and not so much cleaning up somebody else's mess. Right.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah. And also, we don't want to be asking all of our volunteers to do that either. But along those lines, lamps too. Electrical things like lamps. We don't take decor. What we want to do is comfortably furnish a home with the basic needs that people need.
So you touched on it a couple times. You help people who are vetted by various agencies in the area or in Lancaster. Does that equal a high success rate? I mean, people, when you get them into an apartment or a home where they're renting, they're staying in, I would imagine.
Okay. Well, that's, again, they are hooked up with social services. So they're being followed by these social services.
Oh, great.
So we step in, but we step out. We do not continue to follow. Every once in a while, we'll get a phone call, from somebody asking for some help. But usually, it's the social worker that they're dealing with who follows up. But we know that in 2016 that there was a survey done. This was before I became a volunteer, and found that 90% of the people that we had helped were still in their homes. So that's an excellent statistic.
That's a great number. Yep.
Yeah, and the other thing that we've found is that people want to give back. So Jeff and Ben, I think I might have mentioned this the last time I was on, but a lot of times we'll go on a move and the person we're helping will have something they want to share. So maybe it's a baby swing that they no longer need, or baby clothes they no longer need, and they want to share with others. They want to give back.
Sure.
Or they'll want to volunteer and actually come and help us on a move. We do have people off the street sometimes that will come and help us get something in the door. And we have somebody right now who's doing this, who on their own is choosing to pay back the money that we gave them for security deposit and pay that monthly, a small amount, but pay that. And then we'll never forget, any of the volunteers who saw the video will never forget the person who wanted to pay back $750 to us. You could tell in that video that she had committed, how painful it was to part with that money, but it was something she wanted to do for her self-respect. And
Right.
We did accept the money. We did, because that was important to her, but we managed to give some of it back.
Yeah.
And people who call us and say, we're moving, we're going out of town. Do you need this furniture back? And we say, no, it's your furniture. We just had that happen about 2 weeks ago, and somebody actually just visibly was moved by that this furniture was theirs. It comes with no strings attached.
Yeah. Well, I hope that, people watching and listening, I hope what you're picking up is that, this could very well be your neighbor. It could be a high school friend, somebody and, the quality of most everybody in our town, in our county, in our world is that they do want to do good. They do want to self-sustain and lead their own life. But, things happen. And it's great organizations like Off the Streets that can step in and again, give that little jumpstart, that little extra. They don't need to become wards of the state. They don't need to be entirely, wholly self-reliant. They just need that hand up. And I'm so glad you were on today, because I used the hand up example earlier today, talking with somebody else about charitable efforts. And and you were the one that told me about that. A hand up, not a hand out.
Right.
People might have also picked up. So you work with folks that have been, maybe vetted isn't the right word. It's my word. So I apologize.
Screened. People who have been screened. Yeah.
So for those screened screened as someone or a family who can continue to pay that rent. So do what happens to folks that can't? I mean, I would imagine they don't get to your desk, so to say. Right. But can you speak to the network that's available for people like that? Just in case that's kind of a question for somebody listening.
I would encourage you, Ben and Jeff, because you do have an interest, to sometime have a representative of Tenfold on your show. Tenfold has that connection with all the agencies and services like ours who impact on the issue of homelessness, because there are so many and they're so spread all over the county. But they have that hand. So I do have an idea and probably could answer that question somewhat, but not as fully as they can. Okay. But in Lancaster, there are definitely services available to those who get into trouble. They can call and actually talk to a live person and get some help if they cannot pay the rent. By the way, with Off the Streets, we will help some people, again, who are referred, who need help paying their rent. if it's something that keeps them off the streets, right? We
Right.
don't want, if we can help somebody stay off the streets. But during COVID, we had the stays in, the moratoriums, in evictions. And so that helped during that period of time. But there's another very sad statistic, and it's one that I don't say to get anyone depressed, but it's a reality, is that at a landlord meeting that I attended recently that was sponsored by Tenfold and by Lanco My Home, who deals with homelessness, they said that there were 20 homes available for every 100 people who needed a home. Now think about that, but many landlords, went through a very hard time during COVID, right? So they sold some of them or got out of the rental business. So there is a lack of affordable housing in Lancaster County. It's a huge problem, and it's one that we really do have to address. And I know that the powers that be are addressing it. And like homelessness in general, it's such a huge issue. But it is one we have to take into account. I went recently helping a friend, a new college graduate, try to find a home under $900 a month. It was tough. So you can imagine what it would be for a family.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, that number is pretty jarring. 4 out of 5 families, just the simple math says there is nothing available.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Well, we have Lancaster City Alliance coming on at the turn of the year to talk about their patrols and their outreach efforts. So they kind of get the ball started. Intermediary groups come in. I believe I remember like United Way is one of the companies or one of the organizations.
Kevin Ressler at United Way would be a special guest. He's very good. Alice Yoder from LGH, another one. Sam Bressi from Lancaster County Community Foundation.
Yeah.
I mean, these are people that that could really put you in touch with what's really happening in Lancaster.
Yeah. So speaking of people, our friend, my dear friend, we've traveled the world together, honestly, Larry Soraka, he commented just a minute ago.
Yes.
He's got an introduction to Tenfold, so I'll connect with Larry on that specifically.
Okay.
But I want the watchers, and Larry's not going to like this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Larry got word that you were looking for 3 additional queen mattresses. So he offered to make that donation. So we're going to work that out and get those to you. We'll pull them from our stock here so we can get them to you quicker. And then, but that's a donation from Larry, and I want everybody to be aware of that. So
well, is Larry on right now?
Well, he's watching
he's
watching from wherever he might be today.
Okay, well, I have a message for Larry. So Larry, thank you so much. You are such a good friend. On the night of the extra give, Larry messaged off the streets and said, "How can I help? I can donate mattress pads, mattress covers, new ones, and sheet sets." And then he came back and he said, "Oh, I saw that you need twin and full queen sheet sets. And these are all beautiful, brand new." And he kept his word. And we had them in the warehouse the following week, So imagine giving somebody who had nothing but a blow up bed, if anything, to sleep on. And then we're giving them a fresh mattress pad with a new pillow and new sheets. I mean, What a blessing. Now, that doesn't mean we don't want gently used sheets, because we go through an awful lot of them. But Larry, we thank you so much for your generosity. And it really did our hearts good just to know that there's somebody in the game with us. It's just always so affirming. So thank you.
Yep. Well,
Larry's a good dude.
Larry is a good dude. I know.
And Larry he's the president of Sleep Great Now.
Yep.
I think I have that right.
That's right. Yeah. That is right. Yep.
Yeah.
I've known Larry for 20 plus years. I've seen Larry's tenacity fight and he just does not give up. When he sees something he believes in, knows it will help people, whether that's in business or in giving, he's there. So it's awesome that he got turned on to Off the Streets, and so we're glad we're all friends.
Yeah, we have the same reaction to you and Ben, Jeff, because we know you're there, and if we need, we know we can come and ask. We don't always expect to get a yes, but it's nice to know that we can ask.
Yep. So you may always ask, and we will always do what we can to fulfill. So, yep.
Lena, you had some slides that I think you might have wanted to talk through.
Right.
I can do that.
Chris can bring them up. There you go. Go ahead.
So this is something that might help somewhat. So who we helped in 2020, since 2013, this is a rough figure. We've helped about 3,300 people off the street. And unfortunately, half of them are children, so, and we're very conscious of the children, especially because what if they have gone through, on top of being homeless, look what they've gone through with no school. And that was a safety net for many. So we've helped, in 2020, now this is during the heat of COVID, we helped 409 people who were referred by social agencies. 249 people received some help with security deposit, and then some emergency housing assistance. And that would be the rental help, which we don't usually do. But again, we do it as needed. We wrote out checks for $94,935. We spend between $8,000 and $10,000 a month in security deposits. So you can see why donations are so terribly important. Yep. And then 160 people receive furniture and household goods. And I've already covered that. But if these donations come from so many people like Larry and yourselves, but then also from little children. There's a little girl, I believe she was 4 or 5. I wish I could show her picture because she's so dear. But she followed the example of her parents who gave a cup of coffee to somebody on the street. And she saw that, and it stayed in her heart. And so she collects cleaning supplies and puts them in a bucket and brings them over.
Oh, wow.
That's nice.
So it's all those things mean so much to the people that are getting them, but that also means so much to those of us who are working so hard to help those who need it.
Yeah. I did the math there on my phone as you were talking. I took 94,935 divided by 249. Rounding up, that equals about $382 a person.
Yeah.
Now, $382 is a lot of money. For some people, that's might be the extra they have at the end of the month. But if that's extra for you, listening and watching, that's what it takes to help a person get off the streets. $382 as an average. So with $382, that goes pretty far to helping out your local community members.
Yeah, there's another graphic that you'll see here, and here's why it goes far. With using only volunteers, we have no office. We do have a warehouse and a van that was donated. But 97% of your dollar, your hard-earned dollar, goes directly to helping those experiencing homeless.
That's an incredible number.
That's an incredible number, and it's another credit to our volunteers who absorb many of the costs of extras, that we may not have. On the way to a move, we might not have a toaster, and they'll stop in and get in a toaster. Yeah. But we are, I cannot tell you, and especially I'm so happy that at Christmas, and that's why I'm wearing red, by the way, at Christmas time, because I wanted just to have this opportunity to say to our community how grateful we are for the donations that you make, because what you do enable our volunteers who give of their time so that 97% of your dollar can make a difference, such a huge difference in somebody's life.
And I'll just add and then let you continue on as we wrap up.
So a lot of time.
But
Okay,
but
go
for
ahead.
people listening, that number of 97 cents of every dollar going to the effort is remarkable when you consider there are some large national and international charities where it's only 3 cents of every dollar that makes it to the effort, and 97 cents goes to other costs. So,
Right.
Lena, everybody involved in Off the Streets is a fantastic steward of every dollar you give. That is an incredible, remarkable number. So congratulations to that.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. So many of those who have donated might have had something rejected because it was too big or too heavy. And the reason is, as you can see, we're looking down on some volunteers trying to figure out how to bring that love seat up, because so many of the homes are on second and third floors, and we're using fire escapes. So in this case, it was a fire escape. And so we have to be very careful of getting the right size furniture that can not only just fit in the rooms and the stairways, but that can fit through, the fire escape. So here's a team. To make a good move, we really need about 7 or 8 people. And there's our van, again, donated van. And we have many churches that will come and help on a Saturday. Here's one of those fire escapes.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to show you a finished room again. So isn't this lovely? I mean,
great. Well, I said earlier, it looks like home, right? It's where somebody can come home at the end of the day, close the door, and find peace and comfort and be comfortable.
And this was a single gentleman who appreciated the good wood furniture because he had been a carpenter, but it was now disabled, and he had just lost his partner. So having a new home like this was really, really comforting to him. And here's somebody working. We are located in Burrell Industries and Business Park. So we're in there loading the vans and loading pickups on Saturdays. If you have a pickup and can help sometimes on a Saturday, it really will cut down the time spent on a Saturday.
Yeah.
So there it is. The van's full.
Yep.
Another team. We have people like Hearts Physical Therapy have come as a group. Lupier has come as a group. There have been Civitas has come as a group. So we really so appreciate the businesses who come and give us some manpower on a Saturday.
Yep.
And there you can see the small appliances loaded, ready to go. Now we don't do curtains usually because not everybody has rods and the hardware. But in this case, they did, and so we were able to put up drapes.
Yep. Yeah, very good.
And this is a fun. That little girl in red, woman in red, is a dynamo. She's one of our truck captains. Drives the van, and this dresser you see on the right, we couldn't put the drawers back in, but she kept doing it. You can see the foam, the blow-up mattress that they had in the back. I'd like to just stay here for just a moment to tell you a story on this one, because this is remarkable. This couple lived in the woods in a car for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
For 2 years. They saved every penny. They paid their bills on time. And the lady kept telling me, we're not derelicts. Just because we were homeless doesn't mean we were derelicts. We paid our bills. And they bought this home. This home they went from homelessness into a home that they bought. They had just settled on it 2 days before, and we fully furnished this 2-bedroom home for them.
Wow.
And the gentleman has a heart condition and had been sleeping on cushions against the stairway because he can't lay down on a bed. So the night before, we got a call about a donation of a love seat recliner. But we turned it down because it was too heavy, right? So we turned it down. And then the very next day, we got the call asking if we had a love seat recliner for this gentleman. So would you believe that same day, another one was donated? We picked it up and brought it in. And so things like that happen to us all the time, where we have a need and the need is met.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. Here we're putting together a futon. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you do a lot of great work. Your volunteers help affect that work. You've got your coordinators and your peers that help as well. About 50 of you said. So that's all great.
Yeah.
So we've gone over it. We can donate items. You can call 717-723-8084, discuss your donations. And, by calling that number, you'll get that coordinated. You can reach out to otsvolunteers@gmail.com about upcoming moves.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you can donate money. And I'm guessing we have a donation tab on your website. Is that right?
Yes, there absolutely is.
And
there is one on Facebook too.
Yep. Yep. So you can go to the website for our listeners on podcasts. It's lancaster.offthestreetsnow.com. Mm-hmm. And you can go there. And of course, they can always use volunteers and money to help.
Yeah. And right now, we do have a need for anyone watching who has a gently used mattress. It can be old as long as it's still comfortable and has no stains. But and is in good condition. We need twin and full mattress sets. So the box springs and the mattresses, we could really use them. We're down to 10.
Okay.
And if we have 2 families a week, well, they can disappear next week.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Lena, we appreciate you being on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we have Chris? We're going to do our prizes. All right. So we do prizes on the show. Am I messing this up? I feel like I'm messing it up. I am messing it up. That was my cue to remind you watching that we do prizes on the show. So get that comment in for the last time. We do have some discontinued and floor model items to sell off. So there is a picture of some things that we have. So if you're looking for a good deal and you need something, you can come and check that selection of items out. Lena, to put a little fun, not that this hasn't been fun, but we have our little connection cocktail, as we call it, part of our time together. Why don't you lead this off?
Sure. So, Lena, I don't know much of your backstory. Are you a Lancaster native?
I am not.
You're not, okay.
I'm from Venezuela.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's cool. What is your favorite thing to do in Lancaster?
Oh, my gosh. Favorite thing to do and eat. There's so many incredible restaurants. So many. Yeah.
That's a good answer. I like Lena. Yep, I like Lena.
So you're from Venezuela. How long have you lived in Lancaster?
54 years.
All right.
I married a Lancastrian Countian, and so came after we married. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So 54 years in Lancaster. So you might have a preference here: Turkey Hill, Sheets, or Wawa.
Don't go any further. Turkey Hill. Turkey Hill.
All right.
It is.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, they were the first here, right?
Yep.
And I knew the owner.
Okay. That helps.
Yeah. And my God, I've been going to Turkey Hill every day, all the days of my life.
So Sheets and Wawa are invaders into the Turkey Hill Theater. So
they're absolutely invaders, right? Yeah.
And we won't even bring up runners.
Yeah, we'll just
or Royal Farms. Well, thanks for playing along. Turkey Hill iced tea. That's something to behold.
I had a roommate. Ice cream. I had a roommate once that would drink like a whole gallon of Turkey Hill iced tea in a day.
That's dangerous.
That's all I drank. Anyhow, if you want to be a guest on our show, if you are part of a charity, helped to lead a charity, founded a charity, we'd love to highlight you. We have really 4 weeks upcoming of great charity guests through the 17th of January.
Yeah.
So at this point, we're booking, that would be January 24th and forward. Go to lancasterconnects.com/guest and fill out the form that's there. Very simple form just to get us started. We'll connect and get you on the show. All right. So that's lancasterconnects.com/guest. You can watch this on YouTube, Facebook, on both the Gardeners and the Lancaster Connects channel. And the nice thing, Lena will, the links that Chris, our producer, sent out, you've now got a really great video to share with others about Off the Streets. Not that you don't have nice video content assets, but that's the nice thing about charities and why I say we believe supporting the community that supports us, because once we're done with our episode today, it's right there. You can share it out, put it on your website, send it to somebody that might be asking to have clarification on the mission that you complete. So that's one nice byproduct of being a guest on the show. Is you get some great content.
It really is. Actually, it's on our Facebook page now. And if those watching want to see more of our stories, you can go to Off the Streets Now, Lancaster, PA, on Facebook. And we post our stories about our moves and our needs. And that's how Larry found us.
Yep.
That's great.
Well,
Lena had some fans on the show who were commenters.
Yep, they count.
I think she needs to stick around for our prize-a-later. We're somebody who commented is going to win a $25 gift certificate to Lancaster. Now, maybe some of your
Lancaster restaurant,
not
Lancaster
right. The Lancaster restaurant.
Yep.
So go ahead, Chris, hit the button. Oh, Gardeners and Lancaster Connects can't win. Oh, there you go, Paul. Now, is Paul's your son?
My Paul is the son that I'm visiting in Kansas City.
That's right. So maybe he'll have to pass it along to you. I think that's allowed.
He just might have to come visit. I
was just going to say, no guilt, Paul, that you got to come visit Mom in Lancaster.
Take Mom out to eat in Lancaster. That's her favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Well, he set me up with the sound system and everything, so I do appreciate the fact that he won.
Yeah. Thank you, Paul.
Thanks, Paul. And Paul says he'd like to donate his, so we'll figure out a good way to use that if that's what you'd like to do, Paul.
I'll just dial it or do it again. Just run it again.
Should we run it again, Chris?
Win. Yeah, let somebody else win.
He'll probably win again.
Yeah, that would be so fun. Emily Palmer. All right.
There we go. Thanks, Paul.
So, Emily, you can stop by Gardener's Mattress and More, 830 Plaza Boulevard here in Lancaster, right behind Park City Mall. Stop in. Let us know you're one of the winners from the Lancaster Connects podcast of a $25 gift card, and you'll have your choice of restaurants to pick out.
Yep. Lena, it was a pleasure. We will be in touch with you about the mattresses that Larry was so generous to donate. I believe, I'm not sure, we have a donation here for you. It was on our dock Friday. I don't know if it got picked up, but we have that here.
I think it's still back there. Yeah.
And then I've got some kitchen items that I'm going to gather and get to you as well, personally. So yeah. And we always donate to our charities, so we'll be doing that as well. We'll reach out to you, whether that's best for monetary donation or, as you mentioned, maybe some mattresses. But we will connect post-show and get that worked out. All right.
Thank you, Ben, and thank you, Jeff, and thank you, Chris Stone, wherever you are. Thank you so much. And Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to all of you.
Yep. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you and all the people who help you. All right.
Thank you.
That's this episode.
Yeah. That was a good one.
All right. We'll see you next week. Bye.